A public-private partnership is one where somebody else is paying part of your fixed costs. If you're simply selling things in a commercial-like manner, that can simply be clever contracting. True partnership means that you're sharing some of the fixed costs. And so the question is, where are there areas where the private sector is willing to bear some fixed costs? I think in areas that create revenues like communication satellites and remote sensing, like power on the moon or space facilities or things like that. So the countries in the Indo-Pacific region, the question for them is, to what extent do they have a maturing private sector that will be able to and willing to take on support of fixed costs with the government? The problem is the only ones that I really see there are probably, China and Japan, maybe Korea. In the case of China, it's obviously the biggest one, but to what extent you really have a private sector there? There are companies that look and act like private sector entities, but at the end of the day, they're going to have either the permission of or the support of the government.
The private-public partnership is changing dynamically. Today, it is the private industry which are leading the new cutting-edge technologies or new services such as on-orbital services or the large-scale constellations. These are the new activities driven by the private initiatives. Public entity becomes as a sort of a funder, they're providing funding and also a customer, and also playing as a regulator. It makes it much easier for the new spacefaring nations to come in, because it's no longer the state-to-state rivalry. It is a market competition. So and it's easier for them to transit from public activities to public-private partnership activities. I think that Japan has a potential to lead to create such trend in the Indo-Pacific, and I think that will create an attractiveness.
I think the role of public-private partnership is going to become a lot more important, consequential for a few reasons. There is a huge talent that is available outside the government mechanism. Because when you look at the Indo-Pacific countries, most of the countries, by and large, have state-run space programs, whether it is India or China. So you have talent, you have cost effectiveness, you have timeliness and delivery in a timely fashion. And fourth is the possible bringing enough investment from the private sector that can also be a very attractive thing for the governments that are already struggling with the size of the economy going down, the economy being badly hit by the pandemic